Hello, this is Tyler Schneider from Las Vegas Weekly, and this is my story from the cover feature in the May 28th, 2026 issue. Want to work? Tips for teens looking for a summer gig. The highly competitive summer job market isn't getting any easier for teens in the Valley, but the Las Vegas Clark County Library District is a prime resource for learning how to stand out. Quote, "We are focusing more on some skill sets that either once were taught in public education but are no longer offered to fill that gap," LVCCLD Career Pathway Facilitator Russ Burns says. Drawing from his experience helping teens craft resumes, connecting them with industry experts through career pathway events, and hosting workshops on civics, finances, and multimedia programs, Burns offers some general tips to help you get started. 1. Show what you know. Searching for a job with limited experience can be daunting, but you can absolutely draw from skills you've developed in school or extracurriculars. Quote, "If you're a student aide who answers phones or enters grades, you're already doing some form of administrative work. If you hold office in a club, that still shows skills you're building and shows leadership. It could also be involvement in sports, a nonprofit, or a church organization," Burns says. The key, he adds, is to reword those roles, quote, "in a way that sounds job-specific. For example, a babysitter might say they've, quote, provided consistent childcare services, managed the daily schedules, and meal preparation for 2 children. 2. Be cautious with AI. Quote, "I'm not against using it, but we have to remember AI is a tool. I would discourage having it just flat out write your resume," Burns says. You could have it help with specific tasks by writing out what your babysitting or team captain responsibilities entail, and ask it to format that for a resume. But employers can tell if you relied on it too much. Quote, "I would still reread it and not just copy and paste, because AI can make mistakes," Burns says. And you don't want it to sound like you're the CEO of babysitting when you're not. 3. Balance your search. Generations of parents have suggested handing out resumes to local businesses, commonly asking, "Have you followed up yet?" For Burns, this is still a viable strategy, especially for small local businesses that may not have the resources to advertise online. Quote, "Being able to speak to a manager still goes a long way," Burns says, "but you should also still be searching online. A good rule is to only apply to postings from the last week or so." Quote, "For anything beyond that, oftentimes they've already got hundreds of applicants, or the job could have already been filled," he says. 4. Consider internships. With summer roles filling up, it's worth considering unpaid internships or volunteering opportunities to bolster your future resume. Quote, "Those are still opportunities to build a skill set and can put you ahead of other teens who did not take them," Burns says, adding that the Ice Age Fossil State Park on the Valley's north end has plenty of volunteer positions across a range of fields. 5. Build skills. Improving skills always helps you stand out. In particular, Burns says efficient typing is always valued. Quote, "It was once taught in the school district, but now it's a skill that a lot of teens lack," Burns says. Computers are still used in most jobs, and there's a ton of different free typing softwares online, so that's a free skill set you can build. 6. Know where to look. Quote, "All the Strip properties have lifeguard and pool attendant jobs that are great for teens. And city and county parks and recreation departments and local YMCAs offer recreational positions during the summer as well," Burns says. Other common roles for teens include food service, retail sales, movie theater attendance, and after-school elementary programs. Find this story and others online at LasVegasWeekly.com.